Welcome to the Bible in a Year reading plan. Together we will read through the entire Bible. A portion from the Old Testament, New Testament, Psalms and Proverbs every day. Today's reading is in the video image. Read along, listen daily, and grow in the Word. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay on track with us daily. And you can always go back to previous videos if you miss any days. Genesis 33. 1 Now Jacob lifted his eyes and looked, and there Esau was coming, and with him were 400 men. So he divided the children among Leah, Rachel, and the two maidservants. 2 And he put the maidservants and their children in front, Leah and her children behind, and Rachel and Joseph last. 3 Then he crossed over before them and bowed himself to the ground 7 times, until he came near to his brother. 4 But Esau ran to meet him, and embraced him, and fell on his neck and kissed him, and they wept. 5 And he lifted his eyes and saw the women and children, and said, Who are these with you? So he said, The children whom God has graciously given your servant. 6 Then the maidservants came near, they and their children, and bowed down. 7 And Leah also came near with her children, and they bowed down. Afterward Joseph and Rachel came near, and they bowed down. 8 Then Esau said, What do you mean by all this company which I met? And he said, These are to find favor in the sight of my Lord. 9 But Esau said, I have enough, my brother, keep what you have for yourself. 10 And Jacob said, No, please, if I have now found favor in your sight, then receive my present from my hand, inasmuch as I have seen your face as though I had seen the face of God, and you were pleased with me. 11 Please, take my blessing that is brought to you, because God has dealt graciously with me, and because I have enough. So he urged him, and he took it. 12 Then Esau said, Let us take our journey, let us go, and I will go before you. 13 But Jacob said to him, My Lord knows that the children are weak, and the flocks and herds which are nursing are with me. And if the men should drive them hard one day, all the flock will die. 14 Please let my Lord go on ahead before his servant. I will lead on slowly at a pace which the livestock that go before me, and the children, are able to endure, until I come to my Lord in Seir. 15 And Esau said, Now let me leave with you some of the people who are with me. But he said, What need is there? Let me find favor in the sight of my Lord. 16 So Esau returned that day on his way to Seir. 17 And Jacob journeyed to Succoth, built himself a house, and made booths for his livestock. Therefore the name of the place is called Succoth. 18 Then Jacob came safely to the city of Shechem, which is in the land of Canaan, when he came from Padan Aram, and he pitched his tent before the city. 19 And he bought the parcel of land, where he had pitched his tent, from the children of Hamor, Shechem's father, for 100 pieces of money. 20 Then he erected an altar there and called it El Elo Israel. Genesis 34. 1 Now Dinah the daughter of Leah, whom she had borne to Jacob, went out to see the daughters of the land. 2 And when Shechem the son of Hamor the Hivite, prince of the country, saw her, he took her and lay with her, and violated her. 3 His soul was strongly attracted to Dinah the daughter of Jacob, and he loved the young woman and spoke kindly to the young woman. 4 So Shechem spoke to his father Hamor, saying, Give me this young woman as a wife. 5 And Jacob heard that he had defiled Dinah his daughter. Now his sons were with his livestock in the field. So Jacob held his peace until they came. 6 Then Hamor the father of Shechem went out to Jacob to speak with him. 7 And the sons of Jacob came in from the field when they heard it, and the men were grieved and very angry, because he had done a disgraceful thing in Israel by lying with Jacob's daughter, a thing which ought not to be done. 8 But Hamor spoke with them, saying, The soul of my son Shechem longs for your daughter. Please give her to him as a wife. 9 And make marriages with us. Give your daughters to us, and take our daughters to yourselves. 10 So you shall dwell with us, and the land shall be before you. Dwell and trade in it, and acquire possessions for yourselves in it. 11 Then Shechem said to her father and her brothers, Let me find favor in your eyes, and whatever you say to me I will give. 12 Ask me ever so much dowry and gift, and I will give according to what you say to me. But give me the young woman as a wife. 13 But the sons of Jacob answered Shechem and Hamor his father, and spoke deceitfully, because he had defiled Dinah their sister. 14 And they said to them, We cannot do this thing, to give our sister to one who is uncircumcised, for that would be a reproach to us. 15 But on this condition we will consent to you, if you will become as we are, if every male of you is circumcised. 16 Then we will give our daughters to you, and we will take your daughters to us, and we will dwell with you, and we will become one people. 17 But if you will not heed us and be circumcised, then we will take our daughter and be gone. 18 And their words pleased Hamor and Shechem, Hamor's son. 19 So the young man did not delay to do the thing, because he delighted in Jacob's daughter. He was more honorable than all the household of his father. 20 And Hamor and Shechem his son came to the gate of their city, and spoke with the men of their city, saying, 21 These men are at peace with us. Therefore let them dwell in the land and trade in it. For indeed the land is large enough for them. Let us take their daughters to us as wives, and let us give them our daughters. 22 Only on this condition will the men consent to dwell with us, to be one people, if every male among us is circumcised as they are circumcised. 23 Will not their livestock, their property, and every animal of theirs be ours? Only let us consent to them, and they will dwell with us. 24 And all who went out of the gate of his city heeded Hamor and Shechem his son, every male was circumcised, all who went out of the gate of his city. 25 Now it came to pass on the third day, when they were in pain, that two of the sons of Jacob, Simeon and Levi, Dinah's brothers, each took his sword and came boldly upon the city and killed all the males. 26 And they killed Hamor and Shechem his son with the edge of the sword, and took Dinah from Shechem's house, and went out. 27 The sons of Jacob came upon the slain, and plundered the city, because their sister had been defiled. 28 They took their sheep, their oxen, and their donkeys, what was in the city and what was in the field. 29 And all their wealth, all their little ones and their wives they took captive, and they plundered even all that was in the houses. 30 Then Jacob said to Simeon and Levi, You have troubled me by making me obnoxious among the inhabitants of the land, among the Canaanites and the Perizzites, and since I am few in number, they will gather themselves together against me and kill me. I shall be destroyed, my household and I. 31 But they said, Should he treat our sister like a harlot? Genesis 35. 1 Then God said to Jacob, Arise, go up to Bethel and dwell there, and make an altar there to God, who appeared to you when you fled from the face of Esau your brother. 2 And Jacob said to his household and to all who were with him, Put away the foreign gods that are among you, purify yourselves, and change your garments. 3 Then let us arise and go up to Bethel, and I will make an altar there to God, who answered me in the day of my distress and has been with me in the way which I have gone. 4 So they gave Jacob all the foreign gods which were in their hands, and the earrings which were in their ears, and Jacob hid them under the terebinth tree which was by Shechem. 5 And they journeyed, and the terror of God was upon the cities that were all around them, and they did not pursue the sons of Jacob. 6 So Jacob came to Luz, that is, Bethel, which is in the land of Canaan, he and all the people who were with him. 7 And he built an altar there and called the place El Bethel, because there God appeared to him when he fled from the face of his brother. 8 Now Deborah, Rebekah's nurse, died, and she was buried below Bethel under the terebinth tree. So the name of it was called Allon Bashuth. 9 Then God appeared to Jacob again, when he came from Padan Aram, and blessed him. 10 And God said to him, Your name is Jacob. Your name shall not be called Jacob anymore, but Israel shall be your name. So he called his name Israel. 11 Also God said to him, I am God Almighty. Be fruitful and multiply. A nation and a company of nations shall proceed from you, and kings shall come from your body. 12 The land which I gave Abraham and Isaac I give to you, and to your descendants after you I give this land. 13 Then God went up from him in the place where he talked with him. 14 So Jacob set up a pillar in the place where he talked with him, a pillar of stone, and he poured a drink offering on it, and he poured oil on it. 15 And Jacob called the name of the place where God spoke with him, Bethel. 16 Then they journeyed from Bethel. And when there was but a little distance to go to Ephrath, Rachel labored in childbirth, and she had hard labor. 17 Now it came to pass, when she was in hard labor, that the midwife said to her, Do not fear, you will have this son also. 18 And so it was, as her soul was departing, for she died, that she called his name Benoni, but his father called him Benjamin. 19 So Rachel died and was buried on the way to Ephrath, that is, Bethlehem. 20 And Jacob set a pillar on her grave, which is the pillar of Rachel's grave to this day. 21 Then Israel journeyed and pitched his tent beyond the tower of Eder. 22 And it happened, when Israel dwelt in that land, that Reuben went and lay with Bilhah his father's concubine, and Israel heard about it. Now the sons of Jacob were 12. 23 The sons of Leah were Reuben, Jacob's firstborn, and Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun. 24 The sons of Rachel were Joseph and Benjamin. 25 The sons of Bilhah, Rachel's maidservant, were Dan and Naphtali. 26 And the sons of Zilpah, Leah's maidservant, were Gad and Asher. These were the sons of Jacob who were born to him in Padan Aram. 27 Then Jacob came to his father Isaac at Mamre, or Kirjath Arba, that is, Hebron, where Abraham and Isaac had dwelt. 28 Now the days of Isaac were 180 years. 29 So Isaac breathed his last and died, and was gathered to his people, being old and full of days. And his sons Esau and Jacob buried him. Matthew 11:1 Now it came to pass, when Jesus finished commanding his 12 disciples, that he departed from there to teach and to preach in their cities. 2 And when John had heard in prison about the works of Christ, he sent 2 of his disciples. 3 And said to him, Are you the coming one, or do we look for another? For Jesus answered and said to them, Go and tell John the things which you hear and see. 5 The blind see and the lame walk, the lepers are cleansed and the deaf hear, the dead are raised up, and the poor have the gospel preached to them. 6 And blessed is he who is not offended because of me. 7 As they departed, Jesus began to say to the multitudes concerning John, What did you go out into the wilderness to see? A reed shaken by the wind? 8 But what did you go out to see? A man clothed in soft garments? Indeed, those who wear soft clothing are in kings' houses. 9 But what did you go out to see? A prophet? Yes, I say to you, and more than a prophet. 10 For this is he of whom it is written, Behold, I send my messenger before your face, who will prepare your way before you. 11 Assuredly, I say to you, among those born of women there has not risen one greater than John the Baptist, but he who is least in the kingdom of heaven is greater than he. 12 And from the days of John the Baptist until now the kingdom of heaven suffers violence, and the violent take it by force. 13 For all the prophets and the law prophesied until John. 14 And if you are willing to receive it, he is Elijah who is to come. 15 He who has ears to hear, let him hear. 16 But to what shall I liken this generation? It is like children sitting in the marketplaces and calling to their companions. 17 And saying, We played the flute for you, and you did not dance, we mourned to you, and you did not lament. 18 For John came neither eating nor drinking, and they say, He has a demon. 19 The Son of Man came eating and drinking, and they say, Look, a glutton and a winebibber, a friend of tax collectors and sinners. But wisdom is justified by her children. 20 Then he began to rebuke the cities in which most of his mighty works had been done, because they did not repent. 21 Woe to you, Chorazin! Woe to you, Bethsaida! For if the mighty works which were done in you had been done in Tyre and Sidon, they would have repented long ago in sackcloth and ashes. 22 But I say to you, it will be more tolerable for Tyre and Sidon in the day of judgment than for you. 23 And you, Capernaum, who are exalted to heaven, will be brought down to Hades. For if the mighty works which were done in you had been done in Sodom, it would have remained until this day. 24 But I say to you that it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom in the day of judgment than for you. 25 At that time Jesus answered and said, I thank you, Father, Lord of heaven and earth, that you have hidden these things from the wise and prudent and have revealed them to babes. 26 Even so, Father, for so it seemed good in your sight. 27 All things have been delivered to me by my Father, and no one knows the Son except the Father. Nor does anyone know the Father except the Son, and the one to whom the Son wills to reveal him. 28 Come to me, all you who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. 29 Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and lowly in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. 30 For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Psalm 14. 1 to the chief musician. A psalm of David. The fool has said in his heart, there is no God. They are corrupt, they have done abominable works, there is none who does good. 2 The Lord looks down from heaven upon the children of men, to see if there are any who understand, who seek God. 3 They have all turned aside, they have together become corrupt, there is none who does good, no, not one. 4 Have all the workers of iniquity no knowledge, who eat up my people as they eat bread, and do not call on the Lord. 5 There they are in great fear, for God is with the generation of the righteous. 6 You shame the counsel of the poor, but the Lord is his refuge. 7 Oh, that the salvation of Israel would come out of Zion. When the Lord brings back the captivity of his people, let Jacob rejoice and Israel be glad. Proverbs 14. 1 The wise woman builds her house, but the foolish pulls it down with her hands. 2 He who walks in his uprightness fears the Lord, but he who is perverse in his ways despises him. 3 In the mouth of a fool is a rod of pride, but the lips of the wise will preserve them. 4 Where no oxen are, the trough is clean, but much increase comes by the strength of an ox. 5 A faithful witness does not lie, but a false witness will utter lies. 6 A scoffer seeks wisdom and does not find it, but knowledge is easy to him who understands. 7 Go from the presence of a foolish man, when you do not perceive in him the lips of knowledge. 8 The wisdom of the prudent is to understand his way, but the folly of fools is deceit. 9 Fools mock at sin, but among the upright there is favor. 10 The heart knows its own bitterness, and a stranger does not share its joy. 11 The house of the wicked will be overthrown, but the tent of the upright will flourish. 12 There is a way that seems right to a man, but its end is the way of death. 13 Even in laughter the heart may sorrow, and the end of mirth may be grief. 14 The backslider in heart will be filled with his own ways, but a good man will be satisfied from above. 15 The simple believes every word, but the prudent considers well his steps. 16 A wise man fears and departs from evil, but a fool rages and is self-confident. 17 A quick-tempered man acts foolishly, and a man of wicked intentions is hated. 18 The simple inherit folly, but the prudent are crowned with knowledge. 19 The evil will bow before the good, and the wicked at the gates of the righteous. 20 The poor man is hated even by his own neighbor, but the rich has many friends. 21 He who despises his neighbor sins, but he who has mercy on the poor, happy is he. 22 Do they not go astray who devise evil? But mercy and truth belong to those who devise good. 23 In all labor there is profit, but idle chatter leads only to poverty. 24 The crown of the wise is their riches, but the foolishness of fools is folly. 25 A true witness delivers souls, but a deceitful witness speaks lies. 26 In the fear of the Lord there is strong confidence, and his children will have a place of refuge. 27 The fear of the Lord is a fountain of life, to turn one away from the snares of death. 28 In a multitude of people is a king's honor, but in the lack of people is the downfall of a prince. 29 He who is slow to wrath is great understanding, but he who is impulsive exalts folly. 30 A sound heart is life to the body, but envy is rottenness to the bones. 31 He who oppresses the poor reproaches his maker, but he who honors him has mercy on the needy. 32 The wicked is banished in his wickedness, but the righteous has a refuge in his death. 33 Wisdom rests in the heart of him who has understanding, but what is in the heart of fools is made known. 34 Righteousness exalts a nation, but sin is a reproach to any people. 35 The king's favor is toward a wise servant, but his wrath is against him who causes shame. Thanks for reading with me today. Come back tomorrow as we continue our journey through the Bible. Like and subscribe so you don't miss the next day.